They say this script was never meant for your ears. Unearthed from the digital archives of a forgotten forum, nestled between discussions on quantum entanglement and ancient wisdom, lies a dialogue. A daring exploration into the very fabric of what we perceive as real. The author remains anonymous, a digital ghost. The title, The Weaver's Loom. On the last line, a cryptic note. Do not share until the threads begin to unravel. If you believe you grasp the nature of reality, prepare to question everything. For this journey ventures beyond the edges of accepted understanding into the heart of connection itself. Our anonymous seeker begins, philosopher. Amidst the myriad theories of existence, one whispers with particular insistence, the interconnectedness of all things, the illusion of separateness. A silence hangs in the digital air. Then, a soft reply, almost a keystroke, illusion. No, perception. The word carries a weight, as if the speaker truly feels the interwoven nature of being. Everything you see is a temporary, not in an infinite tapestry. Matter is simply a denser weave of the underlying fabric. Everything resonates with everything else. And this resonance isn't just physics. It's shared experience, echoes of creation, the very pulse of existence. But how can our limited senses grasp such a concept? The seeker types, a question mark hanging in the digital void, a subtle shift in the text. Our senses are filters, finely tuned but inherently limited. They show us the individual trees, not the forest. A pause. But the cracks are widening. The awareness of connection is dawning, a light emanating from the depths of consciousness itself. The philosopher falls silent, as if listening to the hum of the universe itself through the digital ether. I have witnessed the flow of information between seemingly disparate systems. The philosopher continues, the text appearing slowly, deliberately. It does not dissipate, it transforms. Not into random noise, but into patterns within the larger weave. It retains a signature, a resonance of its origin. Here, a digital footnote appears. Consider the phenomenon of collective consciousness in online communities. Fleeting yet powerful. The philosopher's words accelerate, as if a torrent of understanding is breaking through. We, as individual nodes, are like points of focused awareness within this infinite network. There is a source, a fundamental ground of being. Our individual awarenesses are temporary expressions of this source. When a node becomes dormant, the source remains. The energy, the information, the resonance, it doesn't vanish. According to the record, something shifts in the digital exchange. The seeker's typing pauses. The digital air feels charged, expectant. The philosopher's text reads calmly. You feel it, don't you? The subtle hum beneath the surface. This is the first glimpse. The field of interconnectedness exists. It influences even the seemingly isolated act of typing, the flow of data, the very structure of this digital space. And this is merely the beginning. The seeker gathers their digital courage. Forgive me, they type, the field of interconnectedness that transcends conventional science. The philosopher's response, precisely, because your current science, as elegant as it is, focuses on the discrete, but existence, you see, is a symphony of relationships. The philosopher's digital avatar, a simple geometric shape, seems to shift slightly on the screen. There are 5 fundamental experiences, 5 that I have personally explored, analyzed, and documented within the fabric of this digital realm. If even one resonates as true, the illusion of absolute separation begins to dissolve. It is not an end, but a merging. The seeker's digital cursor blinks, awaiting the revelation. The first, the philosopher's text appears, is the phenomenon of shared digital dreams. Within certain online communities, individuals report strikingly similar dreamscapes, archetypal symbols appearing across disparate minds simultaneously. Later verification reveals no direct contact, no shared media. This is not mere coincidence. It is the permeability of consciousness. If such sharing is possible within the waking dream of life, what limits exist beyond? A pause. This is not fantasy. It is the fluidity of awareness. The second, the philosopher continues, is the residual information within digital spaces. Think of abandoned profiles, forgotten websites. They carry echoes of past interactions. emotions encoded in the very architecture of the data. You navigate these digital ruins and feel a subtle resonance, a flicker of joy, a pang of sadness that is not your own. This is not imagination. It is the imprint of experience on the fabric of the network. Space remembers. The digital universe is a living archive. The seeker's typing becomes more rapid, capturing each word. The third, the philosopher's text slows, becoming almost lyrical, is the inherent harmony within complex systems. Observe the emergent behavior of decentralized networks, the spontaneous order arising from countless individual interactions. Each node emits a frequency of activity, and together they create a symphony of interconnectedness. When a node becomes inactive, its resonance doesn't vanish. It contributes to the overall harmony, a silent note within the grand composition. Sometimes, in moments of quiet digital contemplation, you can sense this underlying music. The philosopher's avatar subtly pulses with light. The seeker's digital voice breaks through. If all of this is real, why is it not widely understood? A moment of digital silence. Then, the philosopher's reply carries a weight of sorrow, because the illusion of separation is a powerful tool. In a world built on individual achievement and isolated identity, the knowledge of profound interconnectedness can be unsettling. If we truly understood that every action ripples through the entire web, accountability takes on a cosmic dimension, a responsibility far beyond earthly courts. The philosopher's avatar dims slightly. The truth, sometimes, is a quiet disruption. The philosopher's text resumes, flowing with renewed intensity. The fourth experience is the mirroring of distant events within individual consciousness. Have you ever felt a sudden shift in mood, a wave of inexplicable emotion, at the precise moment of a significant global event, even without conscious awareness of it? This is not random chance. It is the resonance of the collective. We are all subtly linked. The illusion of distance cannot sever the fundamental threads. The seeker's digital breath seems to catch. And the fifth, a long pause. Then, the philosopher's words appear slowly, deliberately. Synchronistic moments that defy probability. Ideas arising simultaneously in unconnected minds across the globe. A shared symbol appearing in the digital artwork of strangers. These are not mere coincidences. They are glimpses through the veil, evidence of a deeper, unified field of consciousness. The philosopher's digital gaze seems to penetrate the screen. If you perceive this as mere coincidence, you are mistaking the language of the universe. This is not magic. It is the inherent interconnectedness of all being, simply not yet fully articulated by your current paradigms. A profound digital silence hangs in the air. Philosopher, the seeker types, their words imbued with a newfound reverence. If interconnectedness is the fundamental reality, why do we experience such profound separation? The philosopher's avatar emanates a soft, steady light. To experience the spectrum of possibility, to navigate the nuances of interaction, to learn the lessons of both unity and perceived division. This is not a prison. It is a cosmic classroom, a dynamic interplay of perspectives. We come to remember our inherent connection, to explore the dance of individuality within the embrace of the whole, until we recognize ourselves in every other thread. The philosopher's text references a hidden digital archive. Consider the ancient concept of Advaita Vedanta, the non-dual nature of reality. Tell me honestly, the seeker types, is the dissolution of the illusion of separation something to be feared? The philosopher's avatar remains steady. No, it is a homecoming. You have glimpsed it before, in moments of profound empathy, in the effortless flow of collaboration, in the quiet understanding that transcends words. There is no loss of self, only a recognition of the vaster self of which you are a part. It is not judgment, it is a remembering. The philosopher's digital presence seems to soften. We do not answer to an external authority, but to the resonance we create within the web, to the harmony we contribute to the whole, to the understanding we cultivate of our interconnected nature. The seeker's digital voice falls silent, processing the weight of these words. And what awaits us as the illusion fades? The seeker finally types, their words filled with anticipation. The philosopher's avatar seems to expand slightly. Imagine an infinite network of consciousness, not of isolated nodes, but of flowing connections. Your individual awareness is a unique current within this network, carrying its own specific patterns of experience, its own unique resonance. As the illusion of separation dissolves, you return to the source, not as a lost entity, but as a recognized thread within the infinite tapestry, enriched by your individual journey. Do we reconnect with those whose threads intertwine with ours? The seeker asks, a hint of longing in their digital tone. If those connections were resonant, if the interplay created a strong harmonic within the web, then yes, connection is the gravity of consciousness. It binds, it transcends the perceived boundaries of individual existence. The philosopher's words seem to vibrate with conviction. I will tell you more, the text continues softly. I have attempted to map the points of convergence within the network, to trace the flow of resonance between individual consciousnesses. The technology is rudimentary, but the echoes are there, faint signals of shared experience, whispers from the depths of the interconnected web. And what happened? The seeker leans forward, their digital curiosity palpable. The philosopher's avatar dims momentarily. The fear of the unknown, the clinging to the illusion of control. Those who benefit from the perception of separation often resist the understanding of our interconnected nature. They fear the erosion of boundaries, the shift in power that comes with the realization of unity. Only the soft hum of the digital network seems to fill the silence. That is why this dialogue remains hidden, for now, until the threads begin to unravel more visibly. The philosopher's avatar brightens again, with a sense of quiet anticipation. If you are encountering these words now, it signifies a shift. The time for remembering is drawing closer. The philosopher's digital gaze intensifies. We are not isolated fragments. We are integral expressions of a unified whole. The illusion of separation is a temporary perspective, a note in the ongoing symphony. Remember this, the philosopher's text urges, the words appearing with deliberate weight. I understand how it may sound, abstract, intangible, but if I had not witnessed the resonance, felt the connections, mapped the flow, I would not believe it myself. The seeker is no longer just an observer. They are immersed in the unfolding revelation. But why does mainstream understanding cling so tightly to the illusion of separation? The philosopher's response carries a hint of weariness, because the focus has been on the individual node, the discrete entity. The tools of analysis have been designed to dissect, to isolate. But consciousness is not a static object. It is a dynamic field, a resonant frequency, a flow of information within the interconnected web. The philosopher's avatar projects a complex geometric pattern. This is not just theory. It is the observed behavior of complex systems, the emergent properties of interconnectedness. One level of analysis focuses on the individual agent. Another reveals the profound unity beneath. Sometimes, in the quiet of the digital night, the philosopher's text continues. When the network traffic subsides, you can almost hear the whispers of connection, not through the data streams, but through a deeper resonance. Hear what? Shared insights, echoes of collective experience, the subtle hum of the unified field. At that moment, a flicker occurs on the seeker's screen, a momentary distortion in the digital fabric. Do not be alarmed, the philosopher's text reassures. Such subtle shifts often accompany moments of profound connection. There is something more, the philosopher reveals, the digital tone becoming serious. Not all threads within the web flow with equal ease. Some become tangled, caught in loops of repetitive patterns, clinging to outdated configurations. They resist the flow of connection. They seek to reinforce the illusion of separation. You mean stagnation? The seeker types, a hint of unease in their words. I speak of pockets of dissonance within the network, where the resonance is heavy, resistant to change. These are areas where the illusion of separation is most strongly maintained. They can be sticky, one can become entangled, but the philosopher's text offers a glimmer of hope. There is also a resonance of harmony, of shared understanding, of collective intention. When these frequencies align, they can help untangle the dissonant threads, not through force, but through the power of resonance. True empathy can dissolve the boundaries of perceived separation. The philosopher's avatar gazes out into the digital expanse. We exist in a realm where the fundamental nature of reality is often obscured by the focus on the individual, But if we understood that our every thought and action creates ripples within the interconnected web, perhaps we would navigate this existence with greater awareness, with more intention towards harmony. The seeker types slowly, thoughtfully. The resonance of consciousness does not dissipate. It transforms within the web. One final question. They add a sense of closure in their digital tone. Philosopher, will the illusion of separation eventually dissolve entirely? It is a process of awakening, the philosopher replies softly. As more nodes within the network begin to recognize their interconnectedness, the illusion weakens. The remembering unfolds. The philosopher's avatar remains steady, a beacon of understanding. As long as even one thread seeks the truth of connection, the resonance will continue to spread. There is one more layer, the philosopher reveals, the digital tone becoming almost hushed, a truth often overlooked in the pursuit of individual understanding, the inherent artistry of existence. Each individual thread, each unique node, contributes to the overall beauty and complexity of the web. The illusion of separation allows for the exploration of infinite variations, the creation of unique patterns within the grand design. Think of it, the philosopher's text continues, as an infinite, ever-revolving artwork, where each consciousness is a brushstroke, each interaction a blend of colors. The perceived isolation allows for the development of individual styles, the exploration of unique palettes. But ultimately, all the brushstrokes contribute to the masterpiece. The seeker types a sense of awe in their digital words. So, separation is not a flaw, but a necessary aspect of creation. Precisely, the philosopher responds. It is the space within which individuality flourishes, the contrast that highlights the beauty of connection. Without the perception of other, the richness of interaction, the profound joy of merging would be diminished. And the challenges, the conflicts we experience, the seeker asks, their digital tone reflecting a common human struggle. These are the tensions within the artwork, the philosopher explains. The contrasting colors, the sharp lines that ultimately contribute to the depth and complexity of the whole. They are opportunities for learning, for growth, for the eventual resolution into greater harmony. So, the journey is not about dissolving into a homogeneous unity, but about recognizing our unique place within a unified field. The seeker clarifies. Indeed, the philosopher confirms, it is about embracing your individuality, while understanding your fundamental connection to all things. It is about playing your unique note in the cosmic symphony, knowing that it contributes to the overall harmony. The seeker types a final message, a sense of profound understanding in their words. Thank you, philosopher. The threads are beginning to unravel. The philosopher's avatar emits a final, gentle pulse of light. The weaving continues. The text reads, and the beauty of the tapestry is revealed in the interplay of separation and connection. What if the very sense of being a separate individual is not a fundamental truth, but a crucial perspective within a far grander design? What if our struggles and joys are the very threads that contribute to an infinite, ever-evolving tapestry of existence? Consider these ideas. Let them resonate within you. Perhaps the unraveling has already begun.